Okay. Alright, let's do it.
So yeah, so I would so if you're gonna make stuff, either put it in separate in the bowls. But for this, I would do the water first because we've already weighed out the mix you need.
Yeah. Okay.
Just put the water in, and so
what quantity water for this guy?
so you're gonna have to leave the bowl on the scale because you're gonna need to tare it.
Okay.
So,
all right.
and then you need 336 grams of water. So I just fill that in. So yeah, I think it was about a cup and a half.
336.
Yep.
37. Okay.
Bring off the scales. And you're done with the scales, so if you can move that to the side, just keep your area clean and organised. It helps with making stuff and the time you spend making stuff, right?
Yep.
Then you're gonna add the mix to the water.
Okay.
And then you're gonna whisk until it's really well made.
Okay.
And so yeah, the cheese, the onions, and all that nice stuff will rehydrate. So, and it'd be obviously quicker with a bigger whisk, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I think they got jacked on with my scales. So
Yeah. No problem. This is interesting. I've never seen the or just the dehydration.
So yeah, it's nice. We buy the produce, straight from farms, and we either instantly flash freeze it or we dehydrate it, which seals in the freshness, and just blocks it for storage in the seasoning. So the seasonings have a 2-year shelf life, and we say best before. It's not a sell by date,
Right.
So you can keep using them, but we just mark them at 2 years for best consistency.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How long what's the shelf life for like the cheese and onion, the dehydrated stuff?
2 years.
Oh, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes, and then in the freezer that can last a year.
Wow.
Yeah, if you vacuum pack it, maybe a year and a half. But you have to use a commercial vacuum pack for that, not a home-based one, because of micro holes.
Okay.
So.
Interesting.
That looks good.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah. So you just want to mix it. So some of our mixes have to stand, some of them don't. Some of them require you to pre-cook the meat, or at least sear it off. Some don't.
Okay.
So each mix has their own different quirks. And some of them are just as simple as this. So this needs to stand for at least 10 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah. So shall I put 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah. And I can talk over the puff pastry and how to work with it because it's kind of finicky.
Okay.
So when it comes to puff pastry, it's best to keep it frozen. So if you were doing this like assembly line, you'd lay out your sheets. This can go in the bin. So you'd lay out your sheets like this, right? They cut these by hand really quickly, but looks a bit. And then what you do is you put your filling between here and here.
Okay.
So you're leaving, like say an inch each gap, because when you fold it, it squidges.
Okay.
I don't know the technical term for it.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so yeah, you're gonna. You can see it starting to get warm up, and so as it warms up, it gets soft and flexible. You don't want it too soft, where it becomes kind of a pain to work with. If that happens, just quickly put it back in the freezer for 5 minutes or so, and then pull it back out.
That firms up pretty quick.
Yeah, it firms up fairly quickly. It also defrosts fairly quickly. It is dependent on the room temperature of how long and how quick you have to work through it. Usually, if you keep the room about 65 degrees, you can work in batches of 12.
Okay.
Just some numbers for people.
Yeah.
So it's a little warm. I think my wife maybe turned on the heating. So you just want to keep testing it like this. If I was to fold this now, it would snap,
Right.
or the back side would crack. And for our company, that's not acceptable in terms of product quality. It has to be a nice clean fold.
Okay.
It's that stuff. And see how this one's softening up quicker. For some reason, some of them do, some of them don't. So
Interesting.
So I'll let you test the
shape or the
So you're looking for like kind of firm, but
yeah, you can tell they're softening up pretty quick.
yeah.
Wow.
So usually we when we're manufacturing, we're running production. All our puff pastry will be pulled out for the batches, and it will be softening up in our facilities, ready for the mixing to be done and stuff. And so, especially if we're making a brand new batch, we make it in 3 stages. So if we have to grind meat, we grind the meat. So grinding and dicing meat is 1 stage. Making mixes is a second, or making and compiling mixes is the second, and then compiling into end products and packaging is third.
So with this, with pastries, they'll get sent, and so they'll just store them in the freezer until they're ready to. They'll get sent or delivered, frozen or
yeah,
not frozen?
Everything will be frozen.
Everything will be frozen. Okay.
It's easier that way.
Yeah.
For them, and so then if they're defrosting, just follow the recommended USDA guidelines for defrosting. So if you're going to put it in a bowl of water, change the water every half an hour. Or have the tap running into the bowl. If they're going to counter defrost, it's not really recommended to do that. But they can do it for about 2 hours or so. But the best safest way is just in the fridge. Usually takes an hour to defrost about 1.4 pounds of meat. It's just to give you some times, ballparks. So like if you got a 65-pound frozen block of chicken, I mean that's going to take a few days.
Yep. Okay.
So while you wait, you can actually. I should have timed this, but let's see. Yes. So all that's happening with this right now is the mix is thickening up, as you can see, and it's because the cheese and the onion are taking the water back in.
Got it.
So then I preset the oven for us at 375.
Okay. Just curious of like stuff people might ask or whatever. Any preservatives added to?
Some of our mixes have it, yeah, and that's where that natural line comes in.
Got it.
There's no preservatives. There's nothing in it.
Okay.
And so we're re-engineering some of it.
And then, do you guys have like nutrition info on,
yes.
on like the individual items?
Yeah, and finished items.
Oh, great.
So if you so we have it just for the seasoning, but we also have finished nutrition statements.
Okay.
So those will be provided in the kit as well. I haven't put them in there.
Okay.
We'll give nutritional guidelines.
Perfect.
We also, if we provide labels, they're going to be FDA and USDA approved.
Okay.
For how we do them, so if they're cooking in their kitchen, they would have to be modified. Because they would need the statement that it hasn't been inspected. And stuff, and but you're not required to provide nutritional guidelines either.
Right.
But the more they provide, the better their business looks.
Yep.
So I would recommend providing it all.
Yeah. I think there's very little downside to doing that.
Zero downside. Yeah. Just way more upside in sales.
Yep.
So.
Cool. Okay.
So and then then I would recommend providing everything frozen to the end customer, because it protects it. So, for example, if they were going to use like a tray and cling wrap, and the puff pastry is getting soft, it can get damaged. And so, like, if you're really going for that high quality product and really kind of make a go at this, freeze it first on trays like this. So you can get these at Costco. Or in sell them.
Yeah.
And so these I've seen at Costco. Tray, so lids are amazing because you can stack the trays without damaging products, and also you can seal, you can defrost meat and stuff like just get yourself some of these, and you go for the stainless steel ones because they're way better quality in terms of build manufacturing. They don't bend or break, or warp is the biggest issue you'll have with these. Let's go with these. I think these are like $250 at Costco, and it's like the same or something like that, right? Yeah. It's cheap enough, doesn't matter. And so just put them on there, and put them on individual. I grease-proof paper this, so it doesn't stick. And then usually you would glaze our pastries with our special glaze. We're not going to do that today because they forgot to give me the glaze. But yeah, so.
And then here's this doesn't have to do with prep, but that we didn't talk about is, do you, in terms of branding, do you have strong feelings either way if Howell's is or isn't associated with, with kind of what they're selling? I think, well, yeah.
So the brand's fairly new in the US. Some exposure would be nice. It's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And depending how we ship the products, we may have to disclose Howell's makes it.
Yeah.
Or if we're going to run under those licenses. So yeah, it depends. But in terms of logoing, like, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. That's not a deal breaker either way.
No. That's almost ready to work with.
Okay.
Same with that one.
Nice and soft. This guy's
getting there.
This guy's a little hard still. Okay.
Then we put 110 grams, I believe, of mix per pie.
Okay.
At least consistently. I forgot to ask what they're filling this one at. So yeah.
Okay.
So we can. So if, for example, a customer was to forget the weight, the fill weight, or lose the sheet, what they can do to troubleshoot it is they can get another bowl, weigh the mix, and then divide it by the quantity of pies they're making to find out the new fill weight.
Okay.
So yeah, because we have new guys that lose the sheets or forget it, and the person that can print the new assembly things. So yeah, we have them reweigh it and then fix it, and it will always come out to whatever it is we were originally doing, because we only ever make perfectly enough for the
batch.
And so if you ever to lose the build sheets or stuff like that, you can do that.
Cool. Yeah. I think the more this is kind of interesting to just the more, if it can be like systematized and easy like this and relatively fast, then that could be just a pretty sweet opportunity.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically we could in mixes like this and stuff, we could potentially add the water, but it adds to the weight, and then it kicks off that 1 year shelf life.
Yeah.
So I prefer that they build the water on their end.
Yeah.
And stuff, because now that's gone from 300 and something grams of seasoning to to almost a kilogram, right? So that shipping weight, why would we ship water?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna make money on, is the actual assembly.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's.
This looks ready.
Okay. this guy's ready. This guy's still a little hard.
By the time you fill them, most of those should be good.
Should be good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm measuring each.
So you're gonna get your scale. Scale.
Yeah.
That's where I wish I had the other one. Because I have a big rectangle one. That's really nice.
Oh, I see.
That vanished. Then you're gonna have to. You put your pastry on.
Okay.
And then tear it.
Sorry, just press that again. Okay.
There you go. And then basically you're gonna spoon. Let's assume this is 110.
Okay. Just down the middle, right here, leaving space on each side. You said, or down this. I guess it doesn't matter, but
it doesn't matter on these. If it was the sausage rolls, you would put it in a line that way, because you fold this way.
Got it.
But these are square, so it doesn't matter what you fit.
Um,
And you're gonna want to do it in a line, yeah. So.
I guess what I'm meaning is like an inch or two on each end.
Yeah, leave an inch, about an inch and a half on each end.
Okay. You said 110.
Yeah. Let's try 110. See how that goes.
Okay.
And so the reason they kind of want to weigh it out is a few things. If they ever move to retail, you've got to know the weights of your products for your nutrition info, and all that nutrition info is engineered off the weights that we give you. So that's one thing. B, if you start giving more out, you're now losing money, right? So you wanna try and keep it close to the engineered.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. Okay.
And then just that is ready to fold.
Okay. So plop it onto here.
Or
just fold it before.
So what we do? I should have got this out. We have all our services. Stole that too. I think he stole stuff and took it to my company. This way. I don't have any here, but we'll just put it straight on the sheet.
Okay.
So these sheets actually, it's best to heat them up first. So as you're raising the oven, like this is the end user though, and so stuff they would want to tell them or put it on their label. Heat the sheet up so it cooks evenly both sides, especially if you haven't got a fan assistant oven.
Okay.
But to keep them cool, we're going to use this one because this is a frozen tray.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is, because you filled it that way, you're going to flop it over.
So no pinching first. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you're just gonna fold it over and match the sides.
It like match in the middle, or just all the way
to the edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stuff. And so and then you're gonna press down.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna move the seasoning in like this. So yeah. And with these actually, you can do seasoning to kind of like
close to the edge.
If you kind of imagine like now it's folded, I just wanted to have you fold it first.
Okay.
On your first one. And then we have a thing that goes and it puts a nice pattern and it crimps and seals at the same time.
Got it.
If they don't want to invest in something like that, they can use a fork and stuff, and so you just get a fork and they go like this. Okay. So you can try that out. And that's more about presentation, but it also helps put it helps seal it, yeah.
This looks good. Sounds good.
Just wait till you taste it. Yeah, and so for us, like this, see this single overlap, that would have been cut off.
Right.
Then we this will work. So it's been taken. So we have a plastic one works really well, and so it kind of slides under, allows you to pick up the pastries better, and put them on the tray. because see how soft and flexible that is. You like, did you see it? You wouldn't want to be folding that. That would be back in the freezer.
Got it.
So yeah.
It's a little too flexible. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It does the.
And another quick trick is greaseproof paper, like the wax paper. If you lay it down, if you slice it, lift it using that and putting it on the trays to freeze.
Just slip it off.
Yeah. So that's a really nice way to do it too. So yeah, these are all these little tricks to help it make it easier for them.
Yeah, crap. I think I turned it off.
Nice.
Come on.
Cool.
Not good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and so now you've folded this, you can kind of see the surface area you're working with. And so you basically just kind of fill it to the surface area that you can kind of see what you're working with now.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Oh, I guess you're saying you can just fill it like on the
Yeah.
on the side. I think about that.
Yeah. So because see how there's a gap here and a gap here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't send this out in my company.
Right.
Because our workable surface area is like this, right?
Got it.
So the product would be filled to there. Yeah. If I inspect all my quality guys inspect this, we wouldn't send it out.
Throw it out.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't throw it out. We would still freeze it and we would send it to a food bank.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean that's perfectly good, but it just doesn't meet my quality standards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You can kind of try and rework it sometimes, but like that stuff. But and then depending on the pie too, when they cook it, it self levels.
Got it.
But for the most part, we
try and
we
put
food
it
bank
in
it.
before. Got it.
So yeah, we have a high quality standard.
I may not meet your standards on this one.
So good.
Come to your factory, I'll be in trouble.
At
Big trouble.
least my production manager's not
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So you see how you've got a perfect fold here, right? So if it was too stiff, there would be a crack seam along here.
Got it. Okay.
Perfect. Not that hard, huh?
Not too hard. And I think if the taste is there, this could be a sweet thing. Yeah, that's oh, little crack.
Yeah, you've already learned the rework tip.
Yeah. The old squish a little bit trick. So you're saying to kind of do just put it where like exactly where it's gonna go, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially on this mix because it's so thick. If it was kind of like our steak mix, which is a little runnier, you would before putting it backwards because it's going to move as you roll.
Got it.
So, and it's going to take a couple of tries for the home cooks to kind of get the hang of it.
Right, where it's just second nature.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to improve on everyone.
Yep.
They're going to find systems that work great for them.
Yep.
We can provide them everything how we currently do it or used to do it.
Yeah.
At a small operation, little family scale thing.
Right.
So.
Makes sense. Uh-oh. Got a little bit squeezed out here. Shoot. Just trim that off. So did you grow up doing this?
Heck no.
But like working with the business, or like is it a family business? I forget.
Yeah, it's a family business. Kind of.
You've kind of come into that as you've gotten older.
Yeah. Started at the bottom and I now run everything. So,
sweet.
Both sides of the water.
That's a good. Oh really? You're running both.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
So yeah, and then the family members work in it and stuff. So
sweet.
Yeah. But I say start at the bottom. I was part of the original family members that actually helped start it when I was younger too.
So it's been going for a while, but not like generations. Then maybe just like one
single generation.
Generation. Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah. So and we've only ever done, like I said, all the raw products and stuff. We've never made the stuff ourselves. So this is a new venture for us, which we were actually quite enjoying. So
cool.
But we know how to make it all because we before we ever launch new seasoning lines and stuff like that.
Make sure it tastes good and something.
Yeah, we engineer because we have to give cook instructions and mix instructions and stuff. So all the stuff your home cooks need, we already have, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's sweet.
How's the weight on that one?
I think I switched it. So let's see. That's about right.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So about 110 then.
Yeah, 111 on that one.
Perfect. So, and your others were at 110.
Yeah.
There you go. See, no leftovers.
No, but yeah, it's perfect. Squeeze out on this one. So, was it your parents that started it, or other like family?
We started it as a.
Oh, just the whole family.
Yeah.
Cool.
So. Yeah. So currently, this side, my father, me, my wife, and my brother, we fly him back and forth to take care of things both sides. He's currently actually working, vacating in Holland. So he's taking some vacation time, but he's still got tons of stuff to do.
Yeah.
So he runs it this side with me too. So.
You guys must have grown pretty fast then to kind of be so big in the UK.
It's been going for good 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Best pie yet?
It's a good one.
Are you done?
Looks good.
So you can check your recording time, but I think that took you about 25 minutes.
Yeah. That's it. That's awesome. That's very exciting. Yeah, I think there might be sides or something to add. I guess, is there anything else? Should I stop recording?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
We're going to cook them. And you would just glaze. So once they're on the trays ready to be frozen individual units, we have a mix you just quickly whisk with water. Get your pastry brush and just go like that.
Okay.
It doesn't even take 30 seconds. So
cool.